Have you ever wondered how rubber gloves are made? It's a question that piques our curiosity, especially as these humble gloves play such a pivotal role across a multitude of industries. They're the unsung heroes in healthcare, food service, manufacturing, and even our homes. Yes, these simple, stretchy sheaths of protection are more important than you might think. So, what's the secret ingredient behind these gloves? It's none other than rubber latex, a milky fluid that's tapped from the mighty rubber tree. Picture this, a vast plantation of rubber trees standing tall and proud under the tropical sun. These trees aren't just for show. They're the lifeline of the rubber glove industry. Now let's talk about the harvesting process. It's a delicate, time-honored ritual that requires a keen eye and a steady hand. The tapper makes a thin, diagonal incision in the tree's bark, allowing the latex to slowly seep out. It's a bit like drawing sap from a maple tree if you're familiar with that process. The latex then drips into a small cup attached to the tree, a process that continues for several hours. Once the cup is full, the latex is collected and transported to the manufacturing unit. It's fascinating to think that this simple, natural fluid is the genesis of the rubber gloves we use every day. But here's a fun fact for you. Did you know that a single rubber tree can produce latex for up to 28 years? That's right, these trees are a renewable source of raw material, contributing to the sustainability of the rubber glove industry. But rubber latex is just the beginning of the story. It's the raw material, the foundation, the starting point. From here, the latex embarks on an intricate journey of transformation, from liquid to glove. Now that we have our raw material, let's dive into the process of making these gloves. So we have our raw material, but how does it become liquid? Well, it's quite an intriguing process, really. Our raw material, the rubber latex, is a milky fluid that comes from a variety of plants, but most notably the rubber tree. To transform this thick, gooey latex into a liquid that can be used to make our gloves, it must first be diluted with water. But it's not just a simple mix and stir. The latex must be carefully agitated to ensure an even consistency. Now, we're not quite done yet. The liquid latex still isn't durable or elastic enough to form gloves. This is where our chemical helpers, sulfur and zinc oxide, come into play. These chemicals are added to the latex during a process called vulcanization. This gives our latex the strength and stretchiness needed to withstand everyday use without tearing. And voila! Our latex is now ready to take the form of a glove. Our latex is prepped and ready, but how does it get its shape, you may ask? Well, the answer lies in a fascinating process that involves hand-shaped ceramic molds. Yes, you heard it right. Ceramic molds that replicate the human hand. These molds are dipped into the prepared mixture of latex, bringing us one step closer to the final product. But it's not as simple as just dipping and drying. The process requires a keen attention to detail and a steady hand. The molds must be dipped at a precise angle and speed to ensure an even coating of latex. However, the dipping process is only half the battle. The real magic happens during what we call the gelling phase. It's here that the temperature comes into play. The molds, now coated with latex, are exposed to a controlled temperature. This controlled environment initiates a chemical reaction, which causes the latex to gel or solidify on the mold. Now, you might be wondering how the latex sticks to the mold in the first place. The secret lies in a substance known as a coagulant. This coagulant is applied to the ceramic molds before they are dipped in the latex mixture. The coagulant creates a rough surface on the mold, which allows the latex to adhere better. The coagulant also plays another crucial role. It helps to control the thickness of the gloves. By adjusting the concentration of the coagulant, manufacturers can create gloves of varying thickness. So, whether it's a thin glove for precision work or a thick glove for heavy-duty tasks, it's the coagulant that makes it possible. Through this intricate process of dipping, gelling, and coagulating, our latex takes the shape of a glove. It's a process that requires a blend of science and artistry, and it's the reason why every glove fits like a second skin. And there you have it. Our gloves have taken shape, but they are not finished yet. As we delve deeper into the making of rubber gloves, we'll discover how these molds of latex are transformed into the finished gloves we use every day. So stay tuned. With our gloves shaped, it's time for the curing process. Now you might be wondering, why do we need to cure the gloves? Well, the curing process is akin to baking in cooking. It's what transforms our shaped latex into the robust and elastic gloves we're familiar with. It's a vital step that ensures the durability and resilience of the gloves, making them resistant to tears and punctures. The gloves at this point are soft and pliable, but we need them to have a bit more backbone, don't we? That's where the curing process comes in. The shaped gloves are heated in a large oven. Think of a bakery, but instead of delightful pastries, we're cooking up some sturdy gloves. The heat causes the latex to harden and become more elastic. A complex process, yes, but simply put, the heat helps to form strong bonds between the latex particles, making the gloves tougher and more resilient. It's a fascinating transformation that takes place right before our eyes. Now, how hot does this oven get, you might ask? We're talking temperatures that could range from 110 to 140 degrees Celsius. That's hotter than your average summer day. But it's this extreme heat that allows us to ensure that each glove can withstand the rigors of use, whether in a medical setting, industrial environment, or for everyday household chores. And the duration? Well, it's not an instant process. The gloves need to be heated for about 20 to 25 minutes. It's a precise science. Too little time, and the gloves won't be sturdy enough. Too long, and they could become brittle. So, there you have it. The curing process is an essential step in the manufacture of rubber gloves. It's the heat treatment that takes our shaped latex and transforms it into a durable and elastic glove, ready to protect your hands from whatever life throws at them. Our gloves are cured and almost ready for use. Our gloves are made, but there are still some final touches to be done. After the curing process, the gloves are not yet ready for use. They must be removed from the molds with the utmost care. This is a delicate task, as the gloves, though hardened, can still tear if not handled properly. Once off the mold, these gloves undergo a thorough rinse. This is to ensure that they are completely free from any residual latex which could potentially cause allergic reactions. Now, it's time for the quality check. Each glove is meticulously inspected for any holes or tears. If a glove doesn't meet the required standard, it's taken out of the line, ensuring that only the best make it to the packaging stage. With the gloves packaged and ready for delivery, I bet you're wondering just how many of these rubber protectors are produced each day. Brace yourselves, because the statistics are staggering. Every single day, around 200 million rubber gloves are produced worldwide. That's right, 200 million. To give you a perspective, if these gloves were laid end to end, they could wrap around the Earth's equator almost 1.5 times each day. Over the years, the demand for rubber gloves has skyrocketed. In the past decade alone, the global demand has doubled. This surge has been driven by increasing health and safety standards around the world, and more recently, by the global pandemic. Rubber gloves have become an essential tool in our fight against infectious diseases, protecting millions of hands that heal, help, and hold. So the next time you pull on a pair of rubber gloves, remember the journey they've taken. From the tapping of a rubber tree, through the intricate processes of shaping and curing, to the rigorous quality checks, each glove is a testament to human ingenuity and our constant pursuit of safety and protection. And that, my friends, is how rubber gloves are made, from a tree to your hands. So, we've seen the journey of a rubber glove. It's quite fascinating, isn't it? From the birth of the glove, where the latex is harvested from rubber trees, to the transformation into a liquid that forms the base of our gloves. Then we watched as the gloves took shape, dipped into the latex, and dried to form a solid layer. We saw the crucial curing process, where the gloves are heated to make them strong and elastic. And finally, we delved into the last touches, where they are washed, tested, and packed for distribution. These humble rubber gloves play a vital role in our lives, from the medical field to the food industry to our own homes. They protect us, keep us clean, and make our tasks easier. The next time you put on a rubber glove, remember the journey it took to get to you. Until next time, stay curious and keep exploring.